welcome back to the channel. This workout was filmed 13 weeks out from the PCA Irish Classic. At this stage of prep, my focus was maintaining as much muscle and strength as possible, while gradually getting leaner. Many people make the mistake of thinking that contest preparation or fat loss is about trying to burn as many calories as possible. In reality, the challenge is holding onto the muscle you spend years building while gradually reducing body fat. Every week, I assess my progress using check-in photos, body weight trends, training performance, and overall recovery. Adjustments to cardio, calories, and activity levels are made based on data rather than emotion. I start with the vertical chest press because it allows me to train close to failure safely while keeping tension on the chest. Before my working sets, I perform several warm-up sets using an old-school approach. The purpose of warming up is not to tire the muscle out, but to prepare the joints, increase blood flow, and gradually expose the body to heavier loads. My first set is heavier for 6 reps, then I reduce the weight slightly and aim for higher quality repetitions. One of the biggest priorities during a fat loss phase is maintaining strength. Strength isn't the only indicator of muscle retention, but it is one of the most useful tools we have. If strength remains relatively stable while body weight decreases, it's usually a good sign that we are preserving muscle tissue. This is why I keep a detailed training logbook. Every session is recorded. The exercises, sets, reps, and loads are all tracked, so I have objective data to analyze. I've heard Dorian Yates speak about keeping all of his training logbooks throughout his bodybuilding career. There is a reason many successful bodybuilders tracked everything. Some people use apps, some use notebooks, and some rely entirely on memory. In my experience, relying on memory often leads to guessing rather than progressing. The logbook tells the truth. After that, I switch to incline dumbbells. The dumbbells give me a slightly greater range of motion and let each side work independently. For me, upper chest development is a priority because it is one of my weaker areas. That's why I dedicate specific work to it rather than simply hoping it improves over time. During each repetition, I focus on control, a full range of motion, and actively contracting the chest. Moving weight from point A to point B is really not enough. Many people sacrifice range of motion by using weights that are too heavy. The goal is to make the target muscle perform the work. I keep my elbows in a comfortable position and concentrate on squeezing the chest rather than simply pressing the handles away. The goal isn't to make the triceps take over. The goal is to challenge the chest as effectively as possible. Once the pressing is done, I move to cable flies to keep constant tension on the pecs through the full range of motion. With flies, I focus on 2 key components: the stretch and the squeeze. The stretch position places the muscle under tension while lengthened, and the contracted position allows me to actively shorten the muscle. As always, I control the weight, use a range of motion that suits my structure and flexibility, and avoid turning the exercise into a momentum contest. From there, I move into low to high cable flies. Changing the cable angle shifts the emphasis slightly toward the upper chest. Since upper chest development remains a priority, these are a valuable addition to the session. After chest work is complete, it's time for shoulders. Shoulders are one of my priority muscle groups, so I use both the machine and cables to maximize tension throughout the movement. The first exercise is the Lateral Raise Machine. Machines can be excellent tools because they allow you to isolate a muscle while reducing the need for stability. Here I can focus purely on training the side delts. Wide shoulders create the illusion of a smaller waist and contribute significantly to an athletic physique. Next are cable lateral raises. One advantage of cables is that they provide tension throughout the entire range of motion. I focus on controlling the weight rather than swinging it. At this point, we move on to triceps. For triceps, I begin with a heavy compound movement to overload the muscle while keeping the movement controlled. The first exercise is the Smith Machine Triceps Press. Before reaching my working sets, I perform feeder sets. These are not intended to create fatigue, but to prepare the nervous system, joints, and connective tissue for heavier work. As we get older, proper preparation becomes even more important. I finish with 2 cable variations, focusing on a full elbow extension and control the negatives rather than simply moving the weight. The cable variation is the overhead V-bar triceps extension. This movement places the long head of the triceps in a stretch position, making it an excellent exercise for overall triceps development. Again, the goal is controlled execution rather than simply moving the heaviest weight possible. The final exercise is the V-bar pushdown. Here, I keep my elbows close to my sides and focus on extending through the forearms while minimizing unnecessary body movement. Small technical details matter. That was my chest, shoulders and triceps session filmed 13 weeks out from the PCA Irish Classic. Even during prep, I'm still training with the goal of maintaining as much strength and muscle as possible. One mistake I see a lot of lifters over 40 make is changing exercises too often. I keep the same core movements because they are easy to measure. If I can keep my performance up while body fat is coming down, that's a good sign I'm preserving muscle. If you are over 40 or over 50, and want to build muscle or get leaner without wasting time on ineffective training, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like help with your own program, the link to my online coaching is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm Ivan, 51 years old, and currently documenting my contest prep while helping busy men over 40 build muscle and improve their physique. If that's your goal too, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.